All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this another exclusive episode of the Reality Kenyan, where we look at what happens on the ground as far as the livelihood and everything is concerned with the citizens and the government of the Republic of Kenya. And joining us each and every week is Honorable Wakili Willis Otieno to break it down, of course, each and every time to see what's happening. It's a new week and there are a lot of things to talk about. Wakili, karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so each and every person, make sure you subscribe, share with your friends so that we can have amazing conversation with Wakili right here. Wakili, karibu sana. How has your week been?
My week is so far so good. Coming back from the public holiday, the people's holiday.
The people's
holiday that was declared by Baba Monday.
Yeah.
Now we are just trying to figure out what the rest of the week will do for us.
Yeah.
Yes.
And of course, you look good.
Yeah, thank you.
Ni mimi ndio nimekuja leo na t-shirt.
We are in danger.
We are in dangerous.
We are in dangerous indeed. No. The state of our economy is in dangerous.
Everything.
Everything is in dangerous.
Yeah.
People are crying. There is what you can call turmoil in the republic. This is in dangerous. We are in danger.
So we are definitely in dangerous. Yes. Talking about the people's holiday, how was it? How was it from your side?
You know, in my view, the opposition side, the Azimio side, they were well within the law, Article 37, to call for a demonstration and picket.
Yes.
That is a right which is guaranteed to everybody. And all that they have to do is to just notify, inform, not seek for permission.
Okay. Also, it should not be asking for permission.
So you're not asking for any permission. Asking for permission was in the days of the Public Order Act in the 1980s and early 90s.
Yeah.
But we've since moved away from those periods. Those are the times when we used to have what is called the Chiefs Act. You even have to inform your local chief if you're going to have a gathering in your own home. So they were within the law to call for the demonstration and picketing. And in my view, the administration did not react in the manner prescribed in the law. Because you saw what happened was that the officer in charge of Nairobi, Mr. Bunge, he first declared that he's not given permission to the opposition to go to the demonstration. He has no role to give permission. That is one thing that the police need to understand.
Yes.
You have no role at all to give permission or authorization for the exercise of a right. Just like I have a right to life, I don't need anybody's permission or authority to live.
To be alive.
You don't need it. So also the right to demonstrate and to picket, you don't need anybody's authority or permission to exercise it. What you need is to notify. Once you notify them, then they make arrangements on how they are going to secure. And you can even tell them that we've taken, these are the security measures that we've taken to make sure that the demonstrators
are safe
and they will not interfere with anybody's right to property or to life. And the procession goes on. But the moment you decide that you are going to, and also another thing that I must mention, the issue of venue of a demonstration. Azimio had indicated that they will be doing their procession within the streets of Nairobi. And they will be congregating at KICC.
Yes.
You know, for as long as the demonstration is in a public space. And the KICC is a public space.
It's a public place.
The streets thereabouts are public spaces.
Then
they are well within their rights to demonstrate and to picket. The police cannot choose for you the venue of your demonstration. I remember there's a case I did in 2017 when Team Courage wanted to demonstrate at State House. And we went to court. The OCPD, Central Police,
then
when they gave him a notification, he wrote, declined, permission not granted.
To go and demonstrate at State House.
And the court said, no. Number one, the OCPD has no role
to decline.
To give a permission or to decline. He has no power at all to issue permission or to decline. His is to receive a notification. In fact, not even him, it's the OCS to receive a notification and to make arrangements on how to secure the demonstration.
Yeah.
But not to superimpose upon them some powers that they don't seem to have.
Yeah.
And these are hang-ups, in my view, of the Nyayo era.
Yeah.
Those who still believe that you must go and ask the state to donate for you some of your rights to enjoy them.
Yeah.
Our rights are with us. The moment you are born, you have these rights.
Yeah.
The Constitution does not even grant those rights. The Constitution only guarantees the rights. Those are rights which are with you as a human being.
Yeah.
The Constitution just guarantees that you enjoy it.
Yeah.
And if anybody decides or takes an action that undermines your rights,
yeah.
then you go back to the Constitution as the basis of the guarantee that I was promised that I will enjoy these rights which are innate in me.
Yeah.
Why have you violated them? Then
Yeah.
you can go for compensation. You can
Yeah.
sue for compensation.
So
The other, yes, go on.
Yeah. So which means within you said like when you filed that case. So which means it is even allowed to go and demonstrate at the State House.
Yes, you can. It's a public space.
Sure.
Yes, a public space. The only thing that will be within the, you see, they were presenting a petition to State House. They are not going to demonstrate inside the State House.
Yeah.
So, like in our case, the court said that if the president has an office at Harambee House, so we can deliver that petition to Harambee House if we are not able to access State House.
Yes.
And if State House is prohibited, then you go to Harambee House and deliver the petition.
Yeah.
But the most important thing was that it was us to choose the venue.
Yeah.
And the police had no role in terms of determining where we'll demonstrate, when, and how.
Yes.
Their role was just to provide security once we notify them. Yes.
And if you looked at the demos on Monday, we saw almost tear gas being lobbed at every joint where the Azimio team were addressing their supporters, and that one seemed to be, violating or rather disrupting the meetings, which at some point turned a bit, people were running up and down. It was a running battle with the police and all that. Do you think that it was not something good according to how they were calling it peaceful, and then now
you see, the net effect of it was that it's the police who now ended up disrupting the demonstrations and the processions. Because if you look at where, like when Raila was leaving Serena,
yeah.
Was it necessary to spray their vehicles with water cannons? And
not really.
To throw tear gas cannons at them?
No.
Because those are just vehicles. I mean, people inside the vehicles. There was nobody even outside.
Yeah.
So it's high-handed on the part of the state to clamp down in the manner that they did.
Yeah.
Then you go to some of the areas when the procession was going to Isili and to Madare, and the police will intermittently lob tear gas and spray the
water cannons.
Go with water cannons.
Yeah.
I thank God that there was no stampede.
Yeah.
Because at some point I actually felt that if the police continued with the path that they had taken, it could have led to a stampede. And in a stampede, you don't know how many lives will be lost.
Yeah.
So those were provocative acts on the part of the state.
Yeah.
They should have allowed the Azimio leaders to address their supporters in the manner they were doing.
Yeah.
And as it is, they were talking and moving.
Yeah.
So what was the basis? What was achieved when you threw lobbed tear gas when you sprayed them with the water? And if you notice some in the crowd, at some point, I believe that time, I've been to that part of Madare. It's a very narrow road, long, narrow road.
Yeah.
The time when you look at the demonstrators now taking on the water, that lorry carrying the water cannon.
Yeah.
And they were stoning the lorry, and the lorry had run out of water. Because at that point, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Because a narrow road, there are so many people, you cannot turn. So the state was forcing a confrontation, in my view, between them and the people.
Yeah.
They should have allowed those processions to go on, allow them to talk, and they proceed. And if you notice, once Honorable Raila had finished his address, the last stop on Juja Road, he just took the road and he left. I mean, so what was achieved in the part of the state? You've used all these
water cannons,
you've lobbed all these tear gas. Honorable Dinga has addressed his supporters, they've listened to him, and everybody has gone home. So what was it worth it?
Definitely.
If you look at it back, was it worth it? What did you achieve?
No.
If the intention was to stop him from talking to the people, it spoke to them. If the intention was to stop people from listening to him, they listened to him. If the intention was to stop people from gathering in numbers, they did gather in numbers. So what did you achieve? Other than just to market the country as a very unstable place, and to market yourselves as a very intolerant police force that still believes in using force to clamp down on what you call alternative political voices. All of us can't be in the choir. I'm in Safina, I'm not in Azimio, I'm not in Kenya Kwanza. But I should not be penalized when I'm doing my meetings. I'm talking, spreading my message. So Honorable Dinga was spreading his message to his people. Why should Safina, for example, have a problem with him? We can't have a problem with him. So why should Kenya Kwanza also have a problem with him when he's doing that and use the state to attack? No. Allow him to talk to his people. You also have your day. Countermeasures if you want to. Go and talk to the people. Because all these things is about the people. There is no superior side that you can say now because we have control of the state. We can deploy the violence as and when we want. That's not right.
And when you talk about, everyone to have their own day, you see, that same day, the DP, while in Mombasa, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, while in Mombasa, seemed to have lowered his tone as compared to, the initial counter, how he used to counter the opposition and the Azimio team, when he used to say that they should not try doing demos. If they try, the government will meet them. Now that day, it turned out that he was so, calm, asking the opposition and the Azimio team to call off the demos, citing that the government has lost almost 2 billion in that same day from the revenue and the businesses. Do you think that, and then a day before also the president had said that he's ready to sit down with any leader who has a vision for the country if the conversation is going to be about the future of the country. Do you think that they have started feeling the hotness of this particular people going to the ground and involving the people on the ground?
When you are leading a people, even just in your small little space at home or in your company, even if there are only 5 people, the company is only as successful as long as everybody is doing their part and things are calm. People are delivering on their assignments. The moment your workers start picketing at your doorstep, then there is no productivity that will take place. And you will not talk them down into performing. So I do believe Kenya Kwanza, when they were just thumping, at that point things were calm. And you can afford to be just thumped. It's only as good as until you see people on the streets. Then you realize that indeed leadership, that's why it's called leadership. It's not rulership. When it is leadership, it is about bringing everybody into a common pursuit. And listening to all voices and giving everybody the opportunity to express themselves. You cannot afford to be divisive when you are leading a country. You are supposed to be, that's why in the Constitution, the president, it is indicated, is a symbol of national unity. It is not by chance that that statement is put in the Constitution. Because if the nation is not united, the economy cannot grow. Government cannot provide services. You will not be able to finance your operations. And if you just stamp and the other side continue going to the streets, they're saying, yes, the Constitution allows us to do it. How long will you continue just stamping? And what will be the impact on your economy? So Kenya Kwanza could only make noise way before it started. Until the rubber meets the road. Then now you realize that, fine, you can just stamp, but the people continue going to the streets. Then to what end will you just stamping deliver this country? You will be forced to find a way. I don't know how they will do it, but you must find a way of the politically dealing with this issue. I don't think using the strong arms of the state will resolve the issues.
Like the police and everything.
They will not, because the more people the more you clamp down on people, the more tear gas you lob, the more people you kill, the more people will keep coming out to agitate.
So do you think on this first round of demonstration, the opposition won and the government lost?
Opposition won, government nil. First half.
First half, and now Baba has said that, or Honorable Raila Odinga has said that it is going to be twice a week, every Monday and Thursday. What do you think about that?
Of course, he's riding on the momentum.
Yes.
He had a successful
first half.
So if the momentum is on your side, you must milk it.
Yes.
He's milking it. And the interesting thing is that you see people having come out in their numbers.
Yeah.
And even heeded his call for a public holiday.
Yes.
You don't want to lose the momentum if you are in his shoes.
Yes.
Even me, if I would do the same.
Yeah.
I would even call it every day.
Every day.
Not just twice a week.
Yes.
Yeah, because something must give.
Yeah.
At some point, something must give.
Yes.
And if the public goodwill, and you see, one thing I noticed in the course of Raila's demonstrations, I've seen some people trying to create a Luo affair, which is very stupid.
Yeah.
When you look at the images even coming from Misili, Madare, they were multi-ethnic groups.
True.
Somalis were there, Kisis you could see, you could see Kikuyus.
Yeah.
There's a part of Madare that is called the no man's land. It's no man's land because that is the division line between Luos and Kikuyus.
Oh.
Yes, but this time Raila was able to move into the no man's land from the Luo zone to the Kikuyu zone, and the crowds were massive.
Yeah.
Which means whatever he is representing or the message he was trying to communicate was traversing all this.
Yes.
And it was a message that does not know ethnicity.
Yeah.
It is a message that resonates with all Kenyans, irrespective of their tribes or race or political affiliation, I believe.
Yes.
And that is why even if you look now, where are the common men who are defending the clampdown by the administration? Yeah. It is more the older politicians who are speaking loudly in a very divisive manner. Wananchi are not divided in this issue.
Yeah, because hakuna njaa ya mtu fulani.
Hakuna njaa ya ODM, ya Azimio, ya Kenya Kwanza, njaa ni njaa, ya Safina. Kila mtu ako na njaa kwa tumbo. And if you address the issues that are some of these issues that are being raised, the benefit will be to all of us, irrespective of our political affiliation. Yeah. Yes.
Suppose now, because towards the demonstration, we also saw Honorable Ruben Kagame supporting and almost, joining the team. And majority of Kenyans also expected that Safina would come out and, pull it up together with the Azimio team so that it can be one big thing from the opposition side against one government.
You see.
Yes.
The demonstrations are organized by Azimio.
Yes.
And as we said, we respect the rights of Azimio and Baba to organize demonstrations because in the Constitution.
Yes.
So we don't want to come in to whittle his day.
Yeah.
This is day in the sun.
Yes.
Right. So, and he's the champion of this. He called for it. So we would not want to come in to rain on his party.
Yeah.
It is his party.
Yes.
So if we start coming, maybe we have other issues beyond the ones he's raised.
Yeah.
Now we start telling him, add more issues to this. We'll be whittling him down.
Yeah.
So we've taken a conscious decision that we will observe and we wish him well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we believe that what he's doing, he's not doing it for himself. He's doing it for all Kenyans.
Yeah.
Yes, and then progressively, even when these conversations go on, based on the advances which are made, even as we'll bring our issues at some point. But for this, at this moment, it is Raila's day. So why do you want to rain on Raila's party? Yeah. Yes.
And of course, since the government, like from the president's side, he said that he is willing to sit down and have a conversation with any leader who has a future for the country. If the conversation is about the future of the country. And now we have Azimio here, and Safina also had their manifestos and their ideas, their plans, for the country. Do you think that will also be the right time to, come out and share your vision for the country?
Of course, any national conversation in which we are engaging in an act that is going to improve the lot of Kenyans.
Yes.
As Safina Party, we will participate in.
Yeah.
About Mwananchi,
yes,
we don't want any position for ourselves.
Yeah.
We are not demanding for any part of government or part of the opposition.
Yeah.
We are only going to participate in any conversation that is about improving the lot of the people of Kenya.
Yeah.
The cost of living, the issue of expanding the democratic space,
Yeah.
entrenching democracy. That one we will participate in.
Yeah.
And if our participation helps to improve on the livelihoods of the people,
Yeah.
then we will be happy as we wait for the next time when we will also have an opportunity
Yeah.
to stake our claim to government as a political competitors.
Yes.
Yes. But we are very clear we don't intend to join
Any
government
for any position.
For any position. We don't want positions for ourselves.
Yeah.
We don't believe that we are in this for our own selfish gains.
Yeah.
So it's about the people. So for now, we don't want, we will not join any government positions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because, you know, the government initially said that they will not allow any handshake, any conversation, and they also said that they need a strong opposition to, you know, check or counter-check what they are doing. And now when all this started, they are now asking the opposition side to calm down and you know, stop with whatever they are doing.
There's an English saying that, be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for.
Yes.
It may just come for you.
The following day.
The following day.
From their mouth to God's ears.
Yeah, God heard their prayers. Now they have an opposition effectively checking on them from the streets.
Yes.
Which is an accepted way of checking on, putting a government to check.
Yes.
So what will they do? Now they are saying, come down, call off demonstrations.
Yes.
Don't picket, send police.
Yes.
So they want to be, you can't decide for the opposition now they're going to check on you.
Yeah.
Who told you that they want to use letters to write to you letters every day? Yeah, they will use all avenues available to them to check on the government.
Yeah.
That is why an opposition party must be able to effectively and efficiently organize in and outside of parliament.
Yeah.
Yes.
And where do you see all this ending?
I see a stalemate.
From the beginning, from what started on Monday?
I see a stalemate.
Yeah.
Because my reading of Monday was that more and more people are sympathetic to the issues that Baba was raising.
Yeah.
And if the Ruto side, on the other hand, insists on being strong-handed, then there'll be no progress anywhere.
Yeah.
Something we'll have to give. There'll be a tension point that this thing will break at some point.
Yeah.
I don't think both sides will be able to concede. I mean, to continue by ignoring the other.
Yeah.
The one that has a lot to lose is the Ruto side, because while the Raila side is doing all that they are doing to agitate, remember you still have a responsibility to govern and to provide services and to deliver on your manifesto. And with the people on the streets agitating, you don't have enough room to effectively deliver on that. So I don't know what will happen, but I believe at some point there will be a break.
Because
there must be. You cannot continue like this.
Because you know it started once a week. Now it's going twice a week. Maybe sometime it will be three times
a week. Yes.
Or even every day. And you know, someone said that right now the government and the opposition are still talking at each other or about each other. They have not decided to talk to each other, and people hope that that will be the future. And the government initially said that the opposition team, or rather the leaders, are only fighting for their own interests. Do you think that is what they're still looking up to?
I don't think they're fighting for their own individual interests. If you look at the issues that Baba has raised, he's raised issues about cost of living, issues of electoral justice, electoral reforms, issues that deal with expanding our democracy, entrenching our democracy. And I believe you also have heard him say before that he's not interested in any positions in Ruto's government. So you take him to his word, and he said, did I want to join any of this government? He wants justice and economic equity in our nation. So these are not for himself. Baba could as well sit in his home, I believe, by stature, even as he qualifies for pensions.
Yes.
He could sit and comfortably just enjoy the rest of his life.
Yeah.
But to see him out there braving tear gas and water cannons, he's not doing it for himself.
Yeah.
So ultimately, the issues he's put on the table are issues which affect every Kenyan.
Yeah.
Unless you are benefiting from the skewed nature of the system, you will have to sympathize and pay cognizance to these issues which is raising.
Yeah. Wow. Let's hope and see where it ends, and hope that it ends well, because the Mwananchi are crying. If you look at how they turned out on that day, despite everything that was going on, despite the heavy police everywhere, they turned out and, they were out there crying out loud of how the life is becoming tough. And as we wind up, Wakili, if you look at the trajectory of how this started, it started as, the rallies that the opposition team were holding. Then it came to the streets day one, and now we are going to the second week. If you look at all these, the Nairobi governor said that they have lost a lot and they don't want to lose it anymore. And people hope that it's going to be soon. In fact, some people even think that after next week there will be no demos, as the government will involve the opposition. If that happens, do you think a permanent solution will be found to what is happening currently?
Of course, for every problem, there's always a solution.
Yes.
I don't believe that there's any challenge that you cannot find a solution.
Yeah.
The most important point is that the side with the arms must agree to lay down those arms.
Yeah.
And engage in what you call constructive dialogue.
Yeah.
I do believe if you have a constructive conversation,
yes,
they cannot miss a solution to the issues which are being raised.
Yeah.
But if the other side continues to harden their position, to dig in, then obviously there will be no solutions, and ultimately it is the country that will suffer. And as you said, more and more Kenyans will continue agitating.
Yeah.
The effects of the demonstrations will be felt in 1 month's time, 2 months' time, 3 months' time.
Yeah.
When you start looking at how much you're collecting in the kitty.
Yeah.
And how much bills you have to pay as a government. And you find your kitties are empty or half full, and then you start asking yourself, where did the rain start beating us?
Yeah.
How far did our tear gas Mondays lead us to?
Yeah.
If we didn't use the tear gas and we deployed diplomacy, maybe we could have collected more than what we are collecting. We would have been able to pay our bills. But what will it take to soften the heart of the other side?
Yeah.
Sometimes even they say the Lord hardens your heart for a reason. Even Pharaoh's heart was hardened. When Moses kept telling him. Till it was too late. So you have to be very careful in some of these things.
Yeah.
Why do you harden your heart?
Yeah. Wow. So let's, as we wind up, Wakili, what is your parting shot as we wind up?
My parting shot is that Kenyans, we have to stay true to our constitution.
Yes.
And you have a right to demand for economic justice, you have a right to demand for political justice, in whichever way or form, as long as within the purview of the constitution. And this is a good conversation that we must have. For the first time we are now talking about issues affecting Mwananchi. All of us want to come out of this country alive and prosperous, seeing a country that responds to our needs, help us to self-actualize. So every Kenyan must participate in this national conversation, because it is a conversation that is about the people. For once, we are not having a conversation about leaders creating positions for themselves. And when that opportunity comes, as part of the citizens, we must engage in this conversation, even if it means appearing for the demonstration. Just writing your opinion piece to say, these are the core issues that I believe our leadership should pursue. That is a contribution in itself. So I call on all Kenyans that the time has come for us to talk about Kenya.
Yes.
And to talk about our well-being, all of us.
Yeah.
And our future generations.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Wakili. Of course, each and every person who has been watching, we really appreciate you. This is the Reality Kenyan, where we look at what's happening to the end, the government as well, versus the government. Of course, helping us to break this each and every week is the Deputy Party Leader, Safina Party, Honorable Willis Otieno. Of course, we have talked about this, and each and every week we bring you a new and fresh episode of what's happening on the Reality Kenya. Let's hope for the best, Naibu. Of course, we hope that in the near future we are going to have better conversation concerning this.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
May God bless you.
Okay.
Asante sana.
Thank
And you too. Each and every person. Until next time, my name is Simi Kenya. May God bless you.